All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to what promises to be a thrilling semi-final clash here at the Region 5 Youth Games. The atmosphere is electric, the teams are fired up and the stakes couldn't be higher. Today is all about determination, teamwork and heart. All these young athletes battled it out for a covert sport in the finals. They've been incredible talent throughout the games, and now it all comes down to this moment. Buckle up because we are in for a fast-paced, high-energy game filled with skills, strategy and passion. As you can see on the screen, we do have the South African national anthem as well as the Namibian national anthem to follow after.
We resume communication and from the announcement desk, currently South Africa leading 5-0.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was the beautiful two national anthems. If you are joining us, it is the first semi-finals netball here at the Youth Games Region 5 taking place in the beautiful country of Namibia at the Windhoek Showgrounds at the capital city. I am joined today by my co-host. Please do introduce yourself.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lady V.
Of course, I have Lady V behind the MIC today this afternoon. Now, momentarily, we will give you the first 7 lineup for both teams. But let me just go ahead and do the introduction for Team Namibia. We will start from the back. Of course, we have Wadala Ndala as the GK.
GK.
And of course, at a goal defense, there is Thomas. Wing defense, we have Kadondovi. The center, we of course have Kurangera. Wing attack, we have Kido. GA, we have Wapingene. And then the GS will be Munjwa. That is the lineup for the Namibian team. Now moving over to the South African team. Goalkeeper, we have Bandu. Goal defense, there is Naom. Wing defense, there is Gumende. Center, they have Kyra. Wing attack, Lara. GA, Lengte. GS, Mary Duran. That is the first lineup for the two teams, and of course we do have our lovely match officials, the men and women in white, who makes sure that the games run smoothly and that it is played beautifully and safely. Our first umpire will be all the way from Zambia, Brighton Mumba. Our second umpire is Troy Nkube from Zimbabwe, and of course our third reserve umpire from Botswana, we have Feyo Mufeng. All right. Now this is the semi-finals. How are you feeling, Lady B? How is the atmosphere?
A bit nervous, but yes. It's going to be a game to watch.
Definitely a game for the books here. It is the under-19s, of course. These are the youth games. A lot has transpired from the past few days. Any player to look out for from both teams? Anyone that you have, set an eye on?
South Africa, we have to look out for the GS.
Of course.
In Namibia, we have to look out for the GA, which is Wapingena Angel. Angel.
Oh, that's lovely. They really have shown very, very beautiful skills there over the past few days throughout the competition. I think I must agree with you. I really must agree with you. These two players really did stand out. However, without the other players, that would not have been possible.
That's true.
That's right. As you can see on the screen, we have the host Namibia. That is the team to start, and a bit nerve-wracking for the host country, Namibia. I think they did come out in number, of course, as witnessed earlier with their previous game against Zimbabwe. Really, the nation did fill up the arena, and it was such an electrifying energy here at the arena. Beautiful, beautiful game that was. So, of course, the winner will move on to the finals that will take place tomorrow.
Yes.
And of course, there will be a third place playoff as well.
Yes.
And now there you have it, introduction of the South African team, of course referred to as the Baby Proteas. That's the South African team. And of course, on the screen right now, these are the Desert Flames, the Namibian under-19 team, introduced on a court. Beautiful energy here at the arena. We have got our Namibian national team coaches in our midst. Very, very beautiful to have them here and see how indeed the development of netball in Namibia actually is. So very lovely to be graced by her presence there. Of course, we have the wing defense Namibia, Kadondovi, there having a word with her team.
And she's the captain, yes.
And Duran, of course, another player to look out for. A beautiful standing shooter, really holds her ground perfectly well. Her attackers knows how to feed her beautifully, as we can witness right now on court. It is their center, and of course, without no delay, she sings in the first ball.
She's singing it. Wow.
Namibia takes their center now. A bit of a long one compared to the Baby Proteas there. Beautiful tap there by the South African defense. It is unfortunately a contact by the wing defense. Namibia, beautiful feed there to the South African GS. Stealing that center from Namibia. She does not disappoint. However, she does reward her defense for that beautiful effort there by bringing the ball to her. South Africa now take the center.
I think this GS just know how to stand.
Of course, having to watch her for some time now, I think whoever stand a chance to defend her should have picked up on how to work around the center, the GS of South Africa. Now Namibia takes their center. Will this be their first?
They are playing it short, which is so good.
Beautiful feed there to the GS. Unfortunately, GA was not expecting their one. Contact from behind by the center, South Africa.
Number 9 to number 8.
That was obstruction by GD of South Africa. So it's a penalty for Namibia.
Angel takes it,
Insist
and the crowd goes wild.
That one
It is the first goal for Namibia now. It is 3-1. If you are joining us, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Region 5 Youth Games here in the beautiful country Namibia, held in the capital city Windhoek at the Windhoek Showground. So please, if you find yourself here, it's still too early. It is the first semi-finals. We definitely will bring you the second as well right after this game. So please join us, engage with us, let us know your thoughts, and of course show love to our athletes. My name is Nelly. I am definitely your commentator, and I am joined by Lady V.
Score right now is 4-1 in favor of South Africa.
A bit of a slide there from the center Namibia. It is still on the game. A contact there by the goalkeeper, South Africa.
The GS take it and she score. Beautiful by Wapandera there, GS of Namibia. And it's a 10 over for Namibia. There was a brilliant intercept by GD, Helene David.
And it is a penalty awarded for Namibia right in the circle. And the GS, Mundra, will take the penalty. She misses it.
And she
goes for the rebound. It is a ball replay.
Ooh.
Namibia definitely not awarding the
beautiful intercept by Hope, the captain of Namibia.
It is South Africa's ball. Namibia's GS not happy about the decision from the umpire. However, the decision has been made, and now South Africa take their centre back.
They are leaving the GS open.
Unattended.
I don't know how she does it. She has been doing that in the whole game.
She's been escaping her defense, eh?
Very much.
Of course, we've got South African supporters as well in our midst. The arena is fully packed. It is very electric and very energizing there. And like I said, if you do find yourself in the capital, this is the first semi-finals for the youth games. Beautiful play from the wing attack there, Namibia. She has been really showing such a beautiful athleticism throughout the games, as she's been really driving the game quite well. It's a no goal there, as you have to position yourself correctly. A lot of physicality there in the
first quarter.
Right in the circle of Namibia. The contesting between the GS and the GK. She misses that one.
It's a 10 over for South Africa.
Again,
the GS is.
GS left unattended there,
and
missing the ball. However, she takes the penalty, as it is an obstruction from the goal defense, and she sinks it in. Now Namibia has 2 goals, and South Africa currently in the lead with 6 goals. South Africa still, that's the contact there from the center, Namibia. That's Kurangera causing the contact right on top of the circle. Durant takes it one more time, and she sings it in. 7-2 is the current score. It is a breaking there, advancing the ball to the transverse line. Beautiful take there by the goal defense of South Africa. What a beautiful play there by Zara.
And it's footwork.
Coach Killer.
Wing attack of South Africa.
Will Namibia safely get that ball back? It is their center.
Yes, they got their ball back.
Long balls.
Obstruction by the wing attack of South Africa.
A bit of a push from the goal defense there.
Another obstruction. Namibia, they are playing it safe. And it was contact by the center of South Africa.
It was a beautiful save there by the GS, who misses the ball again. This is a third consecutive miss.
Yes.
Namibian shooters, I think they're just trying to warm up their fingertips. The temperature seems to be
over
fine.
for South Africa.
Of course, South Africa definitely getting their turnover, and the GK attempting to really try to see if she can intercept the ball, however, with a height difference. Of course, Duran definitely has advantage over her defender.
Score now is 8-2 in favor of South Africa.
With just over 8 minutes to go, South Africa is in a 6-goal lead. A contact there caused by Duran. Namibia now having a turnover. Beautiful long ball to the wing attack. Namibia is still not comfortably getting the ball to the shooters.
It was obstruction by the GT of South Africa.
She did lean in there a little bit more, the GK of South Africa. So it is a penalty. GA will take it, and she finally sees it in.
Yes.
Finally. That took some time there for Namibia. It is a 5-goal difference. Namibia will take their center. And early in the game, we do have tactical change there. Bringing in fresh legs goal defense there. She is definitely taking the
Center, the wing attack.
the goal defense, that is.
Goal defense. Oh.
Of course, we need a captain on court, and so the center, South Africa, Kyra will take the captain badge. Namibia will take their center now. A bit of a crowd there for them, trying to making it difficult to move the ball forward. Look at how the Namibians are on one side of the court, but the wing attack trying to escape, trying to make that open. Just to allow the ball flow there, the GS has to come all the way to the transverse line to assist. Beautiful roll there by the GA. Namibia losing that ball as the wing attack could not get her hands on it. Beautiful running step there from the GA. Durant, ball kisses the pole. Unfortunately, she could not get to sink this one. It is now a turnover for Namibia. In fact, they are taking their center back. Of course, South Africa really hawking onto the Namibian midcourt and beautifully intercepting that ball. Look at the contesting between the wing defense and the GA of South Africa. Beautiful, beautiful eye there. Unfortunately, she could not just get hold of that ball. Namibia taking their center back again. Look at the beautiful tap. Just a beautiful tap at the perfect timing. And Duran once more. Beautiful feed there to her, and of course she does not disappoint at all. 3-9 is the current score with just over 5 minutes to go. South Africa is in the lead with a 6-goal difference, and they take their center. Of course, Duran having shot most of those 10 goals, if not all of them. I think she's very comfortable right now.
She's the only one that scored so far.
I mean, of course, I think that they're doing what they need to do. I mean, beautiful, beautiful save there from the wing defense, South Africa. Lovely play there from Sinegugu, who beautifully brings the ball back. And of course, Duran does not hesitate to reward her. And she brings the score to 11-3. South Africa really owning centers, Namibian centers right now.
Yes.
And the Namibians are not using their centers, nor are they using their turnovers. Unfortunately, South Africa really is taking advantage of that. Now they bring the score to 12-3.
I think Namibian defenders have to let the Duran to go far from the poles if they want her not to shoot.
Like, as in keep them far from the pole and just delaying the process.
What
an elevation there from Kyra. Beautiful play. Winning the ball over to South Africa there. Of course, Duran, will she reward the beautiful effort of Kyra there? It is an obstruction there by
Eleni
Ndala.
He landed
GK?
over GD.
The GD, my apologies. And of course, she beautifully does that. Again, once more, stealing Namibia's center pass. Now, Namibia will have a change wing attack there. And they are introducing a new wing attack.
Wits going to
Bringing in Wits.
GD.
Have not seen her the couple of games.
No.
I think this is her first appearance, her first cap.
Namibia wing attack is now Rauhashi Kwaya, and then the GK is Wits Merike.
And there you have it. Finally, the GA actually does it, and she sings that one in Atlanta, the South African GA. Too much overcrowding, a lot of hands at one place, not allowing the ball to flow beautifully well. It is unfortunately a turnover for South Africa as there was a breaking.
I love the way the GK of Namibia is keeping Duran. She is really doing her job.
The contesting, there is a bip on the floor. A lot of contesting there. Score is currently 15-3 and South Africa is running away with a goal difference. It is just the first quarter and right under 2 minutes, it is definitely a 12-goal difference. South Africa losing that one. It is now a turnover for Namibia. It was a breaking. Namibia now will take, I believe there was a bit of a contact there by the, or rather caused by the wing attack, the GA rather of South Africa.
Another intercept, beautiful. Wow.
Sinaguki definitely having a moment there with the beautiful intercepts, and of course they do not hesitate to reward her for the beautiful effort as Lanta actually sings that one in there for South Africa. It is 16-3 rather, and of course South Africa in a comfortable lead in the very first quarter of 13 goal difference. Contact there caused by the wing defense. Look at the wing GA all alone. Unfortunately, the feeder could not see her.
Wow, beautiful.
What a long wait for that score.
It was beautiful.
Lovely, lovely score there from the GAs of Namibia. South Africa now takes their center with just seconds to spare. Beautiful feed there to the GS. Unfortunately, there was a contact. And there you have it. Of course, Duran really making sure that she does not miss the ball at all. It is Namibia center breaking from the defense of South Africa, advancing the ball. A bit of a push there. Another contact from the goal wing defense. Sinagugu.
Beautiful pass by the GA to the GS.
GS really takes a moment there, takes the time, and of course rewards that beautiful attempt or effort from her attackers.
Oh, the GT was a bit late.
A split second away from just intercepting that ball. A beautiful display there, athleticism by the attackers and shooters of... That's a health center. That's a health center. A long ball, not quite sure, but I think she looked at the time.
Oh yeah,
that is how she actually thought she could get it right. And you can see from the smile on her face, she's definitely happy with the score. It is 5-18, a 13 goal difference. South Africa definitely in a comfort lead in the very first quarter of this game. It is early in the game. Namibia is up against South Africa at the first semi-finals. So please stay tuned as we bring you the highlights of the first quarter.
We resume communication from the development bit, and the development is currently leading 4-1.
Of course. And we are back for the second quarter here at the Windhoek Showgrounds, with the scoreboard showing a bit of a comfortable lead there from the South African team, 18-5. That just shows how a bit comfortable the South African team is. Now both teams came out strong in the first quarter, testing each other's defense and pushing the pace. Now as we head into the next 15 minutes, expect some tactical adjustments and sharp execution as coaches look to build up momentum. Now the players are back on court and the crowd is buzzing. Let's see what it takes to control its critical.
Beautiful intercept by the GT.
Lovely, lovely intercept there from the goal defense. Throw in there for South Africa. Lovely play there. And Kiera gets the ball and unfortunately could not balance himself very well.
The Namibian defenders, now they are working because they are keeping Duane.
It is now a turnover for Namibia. The Desert Flames now need to smartly and patiently play the ball. However, they can't find it to play the ball a bit forward. What a bit of an overcooked ball there to the wing attack. I believe the Namibia Desert Flames did introduce a new wing attack on court.
Yes, they did. Beautiful pickup by the GT of Namibia.
Wing defense of Namibia.
No, the wing attack is Rauha Shikwaya.
That's a bit of a contact from behind there by the GA South Africa. Namibia is still on the attack.
Was a contact by the center, Kiara of South Africa.
Bit of a tumble and fall there by the goal defense. Another bit. Ooh.
Oh, the game is getting physical.
It is quite intense. Of course, there's a lot at stake here.
Beautiful.
Lovely split there by the GA Desert
I should
Flames.
sink it in. And it was there.
It was South Africa's center. Look at the beautiful play there from them. Namibia losing their center there. There is a throw in there for South Africa. Beautiful play there to the wing attack. And of course, Duran.
And she sink it in.
She does not hesitate at all.
Not at all.
She's quite accurate and she knows her ankles quite well. She just knows how to hold her position well. And she just does not disappoint the team.
Oh, then she missed that one. Is it a 10 over for Namibia?
It is Namibia's turnover. It is their center though. Let's see if whether or not they will capitalize on this one.
And it's a miscatch by the GS of Namibia.
It unfortunately is. Ooh, what a contest and a bit of a tip there. Picks herself up beautifully and continues. With a 13 goal difference, the baby Proteas currently in the lead.
Oh, beautiful. I love the confidence in Duran.
She definitely is confident and very comfortable under the pole. As the scoreline has shown, she's quite comfortable.
Another waste by Namibian center there. I think Namibia have to get away with high balls, long balls.
It is a 14 goal difference and with just 10 minutes and a half to go. I mean, a lot definitely is at stake here. Look
Beautiful
at that beautiful
by the
take.
GG.
Unfortunately, she was off court. She stepped off court. South Africa take their centre back now. It is a throw in.
Oops.
Lovely ball balance there. Of course, Duran definitely having her eyes on the ball. And the attackers making sure that she just
Beautiful shot by Duran.
ball just lands in the palm of her hand. Of course, Kiara now takes the center for the baby Proteas. They are not quite babies. I mean,
Yeah, they are not.
their skill set does not say babies at all.
not
They
at
are
all.
so well polished. They have shown so much good performance throughout. And but they're doing quite a good job. They're right now up against the Desert Flames. Just look at that. How can you
Wow.
defend it?
What a pass.
Of course,
Wow.
22-6 is the current score on the board. Baby Proteas definitely in a comfortable lead there, and the Desert Flames definitely trailing behind.
Oh, the wing.
with
They put in Kit back to wing attack.
perhaps the coaches just had to have a little word with her,
Yeah.
and just to give her a bit of a direction as to how they can go about.
And also to just read the game and check what is happening.
Of course, that's right. Look at that contesting and fight for the ball. A beautiful war here on the court. It is now in the circle of the Desert Flames. A penalty given. The GA will take it. She feeds it to her GS, and
Beautiful feed.
accurate shot there from the GS. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, from the audience, the Namibians really came out and they made sure that they are definitely behind the Desert Flames, supporting them every ball, every jump and every shot. So that is such a beautiful thing to watch. Lovely, lovely intercepted from Sinagugu. Unfortunately, she was just
That
short
was a
of-
replay.
Coach killers, right in the circle of the Namibians and the GS. Unfortunately, had to.
Wow,
Nice, lovely
holding.
balance, definitely. And to run, of course. Look at the push from the G.
Contact by the GT of Namibia.
Penalty given there.
That was contact by the GS of South Africa.
It's very unfortunate there for the baby Proteas. But for the Desert Flames, it's very fortunate because they get an opportunity to try and capitalize on this one. It's taking some time for the Namibian mid-courts to actually get the ball to the shooters.
Yes.
And there goes the a missed shot there by the GA, but she takes it again as the penalty is awarded. Misses it again, and it is a throw in there for the Desert Flames. GS takes it, misses it again, and of course the defense of the baby Proteus takes it back again. Lovely attempt there by the wing defense. Unfortunately, she was off. She broke in to the circle, and there she finally sinks that one in, and she brings the score to 24-7. Wow, beautiful control of the ball there. Unfortunately, the wing attack could not get a hold of that one. It is now another throw in for Namibia. Ooh, unfortunately, there was a bit of a slide from the center Namibia.
Duran.
Lovely.
She just know how to stand. I wish all the shooter can just learn how to stand like that and own their space.
Is a tactical change there, bringing in a shooter, Namibia.
God love Victor.
Victor is now taking the G as bib. Namibia did struggle, or is rather struggling to get those shots that they need to change the number on the scoreboard. So hopefully this change will make, or rather bring forth a difference.
Beautiful intercept by...
What a play!
Oh,
what a
rebound.
beautiful play there between the goal defense and goalkeeper of Namibia. Indeed, the goalkeeper is really, really bringing change about the when it comes to the defense there in Namibia. But wing defense just donated the ball, unfortunately, into South Africa's hands. And fortunate for South Africa, they get an opportunity to get their ball back.
Wow.
And now it is 26-7. And it's just under 4 minutes to go. I don't know if Namibia will actually make it to that 10-goal score, but by the look of things, South Africa really is dominating, and a beautiful, beautiful tap there from the wing defense. Namibia, she really is trying to get any ball intercepted.
Beautiful. Oh, that was a beautiful from the center of Namibia to the GS. And she
It is
missed
a
it.
throw in there for Namibia. She unfortunately did miss it, but hopefully they get another chance. It is a contact there. She will take the penalty again. She takes a deep breath, and of course she makes sure that she sunk that one in. Perhaps in the next 3 minutes it is possible that they get to the 10-goal mark, but let's see. Wow, the wing attack just could not see the center literally begging for that ball. Unfortunately, instructions there coming from the support rather coming from the spectators. South Africa now gets an opportunity to actually turn this Namibian center over into their favor. Love the ball flow there from South Africa. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pressure applied there by the defense of Namibia. Namibia bringing in a different goalkeeper, and it is now a turnover there for Namibia.
They put Ndala back. She was in the first quarter.
I think we just need to open up the court a little bit more because everyone is flocking to the ball. They say that the ball is a magnet, but look at the beautiful take there from the goal defense, South Africa.
I think Namibia have to get away with long balls because they are not helping.
Beautiful, beautiful pass there to the GS.
Wow.
And what a shot.
She shot it in.
Clean, clean, clean. Stealing that center there from Namibia. South Africa now take their center, and it is a throw in there for South Africa in the center third. Lovely ball there, right in the pocket to the center. Beautiful, beautiful take there. And of course, Duran doesn't disappoint. However, the goal defense seem tired. The original GS takes the beep once more. A lot of changes there. Namibia takes the center. And of course, currently in the drive, beautiful feed there to the GS. And beautifully in her space as well. Look at the contesting. And it is another contact there. But no need because the GS, or rather GA, beautifully sunk that one in there for Namibia. It is the breaking.
They remove the GA of Namibia and bring in Wapandera, that was the GS in the first and second quarter.
Absolutely, and of course, coming back again, she definitely made sure. Now with just a few seconds to spare, it is 29-19. Another slide there from the center, Namibia. And now Namibia having to almost get that 10 goal on the board. I don't think that will happen because now South Africa definitely is on the turnover. It is a contact there from the center, Namibia. Right at top of the D. And Duran, of course, doesn't disappoint. Now the next center is South Africa's. Will they bring it to 31? It's just a matter of seconds that is sending in. It is a penalty now. And Duran takes it. And what a super shot there by the GS of South Africa. 31-9 is the current score. And it is just the second quarter.
And they missed it.
It was an attempt. Unfortunately, she could not receive that ball beautifully in her hand. And that brings us to the end of the first half of this game. It is South Africa versus Namibia at the Region 5 Youth Games, and South Africa really leading with a very big goal difference. Please do stay tuned as you enjoy the replay and catch up on the second quarter, just in case you missed.
Point South Africa. South Africa, 3-1. Points double. 2-3. Three Africa. Point Zimbabwe. 4-3. South Africa, 4 up and down. South Africa. Five up and down. Point South Africa, 6-5. Point Zimbabwe, 6-7 down. Zimbabwe, 7-6. Point South Africa, 7 up.
Honorable Senate Steenkamp, Executive Director of Sports, Honorable Erastus Etengela, Minister of Gender, Equality and Child Welfare, Honorable Emma Kantema Gomas.
Point South Africa. 8-7.
We welcome you all.
All right. Welcome back to the third quarter, also known or AKA the championship quarter. What a story that has unfolded here. South Africa really just making sure that they indeed brought on that goal difference there. It is 31-9. That is the goal that both teams are working in. That is, of course, in favor of South Africa. Now, momentum has definitely shifted, and now all eyes are on whether they can keep up this incredible pace. The South Africans, the pressure is building up, crowd is roaring. The game is far from over, as we do have
What a turnover.
beautiful communication there between the defense of South Africa. 32-9 is the current score.
That was a beautiful tap by Haley Kidd.
South Africa bringing in a new wing defense, and the original wing defense currently off court. Unfortunately, it is a coach killer there by the goal shooter South Africa. It is now a turnover for Namibia. The attempt of trying to defend from behind really not working out. Beautiful shot, feed there.
And she missed it. Oh.
It is a penalty as the GK did break her distance.
And she sent it in.
And GS Victor Namibia takes a shot and awards her team with that one. Beautiful, lovely. Really amazing to watch.
She sink it in. I love her confidence.
I think her confidence really is playing a lot with all the scores that she's been shooting. It is Namibia now to take their center. 10-33 is the score. 23 goal difference. And GS Victor right behind her defense, and of course her GK got a hold of that ball. It is now a beautiful rebound there from South Africa. And GSSA,
she missed it, and it was a beautiful rebound by Merika from GK of Namibia.
What was that wing defense? Unfortunately, a bit of a slippery hand there for Namibia's wing defense, and now
Namibia
GK's effort is not being rewarded.
Not at all. Namibia brought in a new center.
Fresh legs there for the Namibian midcourt. Namibia another opportunity to turn this over. A lot of movement there from the GS, but a beautiful take there from the Namibian GA. Lovely play. No goal. And she said, not a problem, I can take it again. And then, of course, she definitely does it again and sings it. 11-33, 22 goal difference. A beautiful fast center there for the center of South Africa. Beautiful play, lovely play. Also, they have good chemistry. Not the best that we've seen thus far, but I mean, it's really working out to be quite good for the shooters of South Africa. GK bouncing on top of that.
Another intercept. That's the second ball the center gave away. And it's contact by the GK of Namibia. And it's a miss by the GA of South Africa. So then it's contact by the wing defense of Namibia. Duran, she sing it in. Beautiful, beautiful.
11:35 is the score on the board. South Africa running away with their center. A lot of drive, a lot of movement. Contact there by the center Namibia. And Namibia's goal third. He is unfortunately off court. And Namibia now, fortunately, gets a turnover. Again, trying to defend a ball from behind has really not been working for the South African team. But they continuously do it with the hopes, I guess, that they get it right.
Another intercept. I think our girls are not just coming out.
Look at that beautiful save from the goalkeeper, Namibia.
Wow. The
Such a
GK.
lovely, I mean, she really is bringing a change there at the defense.
Ever since she came in, she's doing a brilliant job.
Another contact there by the center South Africa. She needs to step a little bit back. The push from the goalkeeper. Both defense are out of play.
And she sink it in.
12:35 and just 8 minutes and a half to go before the championship quarter ends. Namibian athletes really not making use of the space on court. It's such a huge court. However, they're just not making use of the space. It's
Not at all.
like they're crowded.
Oh, beautiful.
What a beautiful take.
communication.
What a beautiful elevation. But a lovely rebound from the GA. What a play there from the GA Namibia.
It is.
Really, really rewarding indeed.
She's playing so calm.
I have not seen her sweat thus far. I think she's such a calm player. Contact there from the goal defense. That infringement leaving two shooters with one defense. Who do you think she's going to go for? The GA. Lovely feed there. Falling beautifully in the palm of her hand. And of course, she does not disappoint, however, rewards the
But I
effort of
love-
her midcourt.
I love the way the GK of Namibia is defending. She's going all out.
That's right. Again, another intercept there.
Beautiful
South
pick
Africa.
up.
But yeah, beautiful pick up there from the Namibian defense. It's a contact there by the South African center. Kiera has really been driving the game and she's really doing such a good job. Of course, GA Namibia, look at her face. She just has this face that is so calm.
She's calm. Contact by the GA of Namibia. And then another one by the center. Wow,
And of course,
beautiful. Duran.
nothing else to expect there but just accurate shots from South Africa's GS. Namibia takes their center.
Has obstruction by the wing defense of South Africa.
Namibia's wing attack, beautiful play there from her.
Beautiful communication there. And she missed it.
But she goes for a rebound, beautifully so.
The good thing about Gotlau, she will go for her rebounds if she misses a ball.
It's expected, especially with the height of hers. And she does so beautifully because she does win most of her rebounds. So that's a good take there from the South Africans. Now it is Namibia with an opportunity for a turnover here as it is their throw in South Africa's goal third. Again, not making use of the space. Lovely play there. Beautiful.
Beautiful. from the wing attack of Namibia straight to the GS, and she missed it. Beautiful.
16 to 37 is the current score on the board. South Africa definitely in the lead. Namibia on the attack, and South Africa on defense right now. Beautiful flow of the ball, and that is what I meant earlier when I say they need to make use of the space. The court is quite big. Misses that one. Lovely rebound. Fortunately, she was off court.
I love this quarter. Namibia is coming out now.
Did you see how lovely the ball flow of South Africa is?
South Africa, they
so
just
much
know.
space, so much room for them to move into the ball. And that is how the ball really flows fast and quick at speed lightning when it comes to
Beautiful.
that was dangerous. The umpire says it is a throw-in for Namibia. And I was just talking about how close to impossible it is to defend from behind. But the GD of Namibia just went full force. And match official says, ball is right.
Ball is right. Oh, beautiful. GS. Beautiful.
Lovely attempt there.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yep.
It is just under 4 minutes to go. 37-17 is his current score. There is a 20-goal difference. Duran misses that one, takes it again, and she sings it in. It is a breaking there, advancing the ball to the transverse line.
Obstruction by the wing defense of South Africa.
Look at the contesting.
Beautiful.
The calm shooter takes it and she kills it. (18:38), 20-goal difference. South Africa in a comfortable lead. They take the center, and of course the GS beautifully fed there by her attackers, and as per usual, does not disappoint. However, sings it in there. 39-18 with just under 3 minutes to go. Namibia take the center. I think the GS can't be trusted to be fed that ball because she's behind
Intercept.
her defenders.
Yes.
That's why the ball gets intercepted, unfortunately, Namibia. And now South Africa is on the run.
Wow. That was contact by the GD of Namibia.
The contesting between the two goal shooter South Africa and the goalkeeper Namibia. Lovely attempt there from the GK, but of course GS South Africa definitely gets a hold of it and of course sings it in. South Africa having to steal that center from Namibia. It is definitely a South African center.
Wow.
Beautiful eye there from the center, finding herself in the side. Oh wow.
That was a beautiful one.
It is just under 2 minutes to go. Center once more again, Namibia finding herself in the circle. Penalty awarded there, and of course the golden hand shooter South African GS sinks that one in as well. It is the first semi-final. Of course, right after this we will give you the second, where we'll have Zimbabwe face Malawi. So please do stay tuned. What a play from the GA. Lovely, lovely play there by Namibia's GA, saving that ball beautifully, and it ended up in a penalty right under the pole where the GS South Africa will take it, and she beautifully sinks that one in.
She's playing so calm. Namibia GA.
41-19 is the current score.
It was sponsored by the GP of Namibia. I think the timing was a bit slow.
Of course, yeah. I think so too. Lovely rebound there to the GS. And she sings it in. Of course, we have the spectators right now really biting their nails to see what, or how rather, this game will end out. Another attempt to defend from behind there. Umpire holding time there. Penalty given. Will she sing it in? She misses it, and that brings us to the end of the championship quarter. 19-42 is the current goal. I think Namibia scored more goals in this quarter than
Yes,
they did any other.
amazing in this
but of course,
quarter.
South Africa definitely in a comfortable lead. Please stay tuned as we bring you the last 15 minutes of this game, and of course, enjoy the highlights of the championship quarter.
With the match between Botswana and Namibia. Those are the placement matches for 7 and 8 positions. Then we will go to Angola and Lesotho for position 5 and 6 before we go to the semi-finals of the men. And then from that moment we will be guided accordingly. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our distinguished guests, thank you very much, and we have come to the end of day 5 of our activities. As for me and my DJ, we will be together again tomorrow. Thank you.
We would also like to recognize the presence of Director of Sports, Honorable Zoe Manuel.
It is the fourth quarter, the last and final quarter for the semi-finals. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Namibia up against South Africa at the Region 5 Youth Games held here in the beautiful capital city of Namibia, Windhoek, at the Windhoek Showgrounds. Now South Africa takes that. It is an advantage score from the GA South Africa. Namibia takes their center now. Like I said, it is just 14 minutes or so standing in between, miscommunication there between the goal defense and the center of Namibia. Now Namibia seemingly donated that ball to South Africa, or rather the center, and South Africa wastes no time. They definitely reward their mid-court for the effort and they capitalize on that one. It is the current score on the scoreboard, 1944. South Africa on the center. Lovely tap there from the goal defense, Namibia. It is now a throw in, South Africa. Both defense on the shooter. However, the shooter does not let that keep her from getting the ball.
Wow. She just knows what she's doing.
Precisely. She does it beautifully, effortlessly, and excellent. It is South Africa, Namibia now on the center. Throw in there for Namibia. GS having to come out just to receive that ball. The contesting. Lovely balance there from the GS. Wins herself a penalty.
And she
missing that one. It is another contact from the goalkeeper.
Yes. So she got another
chance, another opportunity to capitalize on this.
Ooh, she sing it in.
And she finally does. Yes. 45-20 is the current score. 25 goal difference. South Africa leading. Look at the contesting between the GS and the GA.
Almost.
The GK.
I think the GD was a bit late.
Yes, that's right. You did mention earlier the difference that the GK Namibia has brought in. I really must agree with you because there seemed to be a bit of pressure there. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a slide and fall there. Namibia definitely on the attack. It is their center. Lovely take there from the... I'm loving and enjoying the athleticism of the GA Namibia. She's really taking up and owning up to the game. She really is playing, and she really is saving every ball savable at this point, and she's doing justice to, of course, her team.
So it is contact by the GK of Namibia.
And, of course, the accurate shot there from the GS South Africa. And I must say, really, the wing defense of Namibia, the captain, she really is doing what she needs to do on court.
She is a fighter.
She is definitely a fighter, especially when you have to play the ball back. She's always available.
Her eyes are always on the ball.
Unfortunately, they're a bit of an overcooked ball to the Namibian shooter. Losing that ball now, it is a turnover for South Africa. Let's see how many balls they play. That's the second ball and the third ball in the goal third. And the fourth ball right into Duran's hands. And of course, she rewards her team for that beautiful, beautiful play there.
There's one thing about South Africa. Ever since they started their games, they always play from the center pass. They throw only 3 balls.
Namibia bringing in there a center.
And it's
what
in.
a beautiful shot. Lovely from the GA. South Africa. Namibia.
Namibia have a new center, Angel Wapingena.
The GS all alone. Took time there for the GA to see a GS. And it is a contact one more time. And what a beautiful shot there. And she just takes the walk. Lovely, lovely play there. It is 22-49. A bit of a long ball there to the shooters. Unfortunately, it is now South Africa finding themselves in the defense. And lovely Namibia is now on the attack. Lovely opening there from the goal defense of Namibia. Look at that beautiful tap. Just slight tap from Kiera. And what a beautiful tap there from the goal defense. However, she is out of play. And of course, the spectators are not really happy about the decision. But of course, unfortunately, Namibia gives that ball again. Lovely ball. Lovely intercept.
Ooh, by the GD. Beautiful intercept by the GD.
What a beautiful.
I
think she's like, finally, I got it right this time around. Lovely play. Contact from behind, wing defense. Wing attack, always availing herself there.
Beautiful.
What a feat.
Wow. And she sink it in.
Wow. I actually thought it was going out.
I love the defense of Namibia. The two defenders, they are communicating.
Right in the final and fourth quarter.
Beautiful. Wow.
Another contact from behind there.
And she sink it in.
One would wonder where all of this energy was the first quarter and the second quarter of the game from Namibia. But it is not too late. Of course, they definitely are really doing what they need to do. Look at the defense of Namibia. Hawking onto the shooter. And now, of course, the shooter is taking advantage by, of course, making her GA do most of the shooting.
That's true. So, throw in for Namibia. Intercept, beautiful intercept.
What a display of skills and athleticism. Beautiful play there by Kiera, the center of South Africa.
And she is doing amazing. She knows what she's doing.
The pressure that Duran is getting from the Namibian GK is remarkable.
That GK is making history. Ooh.
That's not stopping her from shooting the balls though, but I think she now is feeling that indeed I have a defender.
Yes.
And the combination of communication rather between the two defenders Namibia is quite good.
They are working, they are communicating.
The GA of course will take it. She is also another accurate shooter. I think she shot most of the balls that she got, if not all of them as well.
South Africa is doing a lot of changes there.
A whole team revamp, especially from the midcourt and the attacking side. Seems like they are very good with their defense. Now that she's bringing in completely fresh legs, a whole. And of course, with just 6 minutes and a half to go, South Africa really, the previous team that has gotten off, or the previous athletes that have gotten off, really.
Wow, that was a beautiful one. I thought she was going to lose the ball, but she held it on.
She controlled it perfectly well.
Yes, beautiful.
I was saying that the athletes, the players that went off from South Africa, I think they have done their due diligence and they have really taken the team to where they need to be. And of course, bringing in brand new fresh legs, I think at this point really would be commendable. Same play, two shooters. Unfortunately, she missed this one. Fortunately for Namibia's GK, getting that lovely rebound there. And would like to know if whether or not, what a bounce and a steal. Wow.
That was a beautiful one.
It was definitely a clean one, a beautiful, lovely one. Unfortunately, it's not so clean that it is, sorry.
Another intercept there by the wing defense.
Wing attack, Namibia finding herself on the floor. picking herself up and, of course, continuing.
She's sing it in. So South Africa brought in a new GS,
And a new GA as well.
a GA, and a wing attack.
Lovely save there from the wing defense. Namibia always availing herself, always ball sighted. The GS coming all the way to the transverse line.
Wow, that was a beautiful one by the GD.
Floors seem to be a bit slippery today. Unfortunately for the players, they really are finding it a bit difficult. Look at the height of that and the lovely elevation from the wing attack, South Africa. Lovely attempt there from her, but beautiful play there from the Namibian attackers. Will they be able to give the shooters the ball they need? Oh, the GA takes the ball. What a clean
What a shot.
And look at the walk.
What a shot. Even the walk said it all.
Such a calm player.
She is really doing good.
What a beautiful switch there by the defense. Lovely switch there from the GK and GD Namibia.
Beautiful one. Oh, the timing was a bit late.
Unfortunately, now it is a...
Wow.
What a super shot.
Wow.
GA.
Wow.
Lovely. South Africa on defense now as it is Namibia's center. Wing attack falls, picks herself up.
Wow. This
And
one-
unfortunately, gotten her ball intercepted. Beautifully so by the defense of the wing defense of South Africa. Now South Africa, again, at the speed of lightning, get their ball in their goal circle. Of course, the GA will not bother feeding that.
Wow.
She definitely sings it in effortlessly. Now, we have not seen much of her in the previous games, I believe.
Not at all. She missed it. I think it's obstruction. Oh, GS sing it in. 30 goals difference between the two. So it's a waste. I think the ball was a bit high and then the GS missed it. So it's 10 over for South Africa. Contact by the GA of Namibia. I think her timing was a bit late. What is happening? It's a lot of falling today in this court. I love this wing attack of South Africa, as short as she is. Her elevation is awesome. Beautiful, beautiful intercept by the GD, but she threw the ball away.
I think what we need to remind ourselves here is that netball is definitely a contact sport. And of course, there will be bumps here and there. There will be tips and falls here and there. It's quite safe unless, of course, the umpires do not have good control of the game. But it is expected. I think that's what I'm trying to come to. It is expected, and you will definitely see a bit of slips and slides here, falls here and there. But that is the game of netball. But of course, the GK's timing has been immaculate. Namibia,
it has
last, especially in this quarter, she really has gotten her hands in a lot of the South African balls, the intercepts, picking and poking where she possibly can. And that is really good. And the GK Namibia, she's really, really doing what she needs to do. My height might be a bit of an obstacle, but she is grinding, she's hustling, she is working. Now we're bringing back the center, Namibia, the original center that started the game. And the previous center comes off court. Now look at the contesting in the circle. Unfortunately, that loose ball could not have been saved. Unfortunately for South Africa, they definitely got it. And like I said, look at the speed of the South Africans.
Wow, beautiful shot.
Lovely, lovely pace there from them. 26:59. South Africa very comfortable with that, with just a few minutes to go. South Africa definitely
Easy.
making it very easy. Teachable moment there, I suppose. Namibia on the center. Unfortunately, that is the end. Unfortunately for Namibia, that is the end of the road for them. No, they definitely are going to do the third place.
Third and fourth place.
Yes, they definitely will have a game with the next semi-final loser. And congratulations to South Africa. They've made it to the final. They definitely are the defending champions twice in a row. And that is where they stand right now. And of course, we definitely will see them again tomorrow at the finals. And of course, a big shout out to the Namibian spectators. They really came out in numbers. They came to support. They stood by their team. The girls did well. Unfortunately, they did not win this one. However, they do have another try on tomorrow for the third and fourth place. So please do come through again in numbers and do support the host nation in Namibia. And as you can see on the screen, South Africa really taking the moment and thanking their spectators. And then you have Namibia player to the far left of the screen, definitely appreciating the support and the love that they have been receiving from the crowd and the spectators. That, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of this first semi-finals. Please stay tuned as we bring you Malawi up against Zimbabwe. From myself and Lady V, adios for now.
Thank you, Team South Africa. Please do exit the court for the upcoming games. Team Namibia, Team South Africa, please do leave the court for the upcoming game.
That won't work, man.
Namibia. From the sand dunes to the ocean tide, we rise together, hearts open wide. One love, one voice, one team, running to the future, chasing dreams. From the sand dunes to the ocean tide, we rise together, region 5. One love, one voice, one team, running to the future, chasing dreams. I'm all about Botswana, Lesotho. On the moment, on the moment, South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe. On the moment, Namibia, Namibia. I'm all about Botswana, Lesotho. On the moment, on the moment, South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe. Vamos, peleamos. Força, coragem, vamos lá. For we are the spirit of Region 5, powered by the fire that keeps us alive. No borders, no limits, only the sky. Together we stand, together we fly. Own the moment, play bold, rise strong, conquer now. In athletics, basketball, boxing, and esports, competing in 12 sports codes, football, judo, karate, and netball. The inclusive games involve swimming, table tennis, tennis, and volleyball. This is the 11th edition of the Region 5 Youth Games in the land of the brave.
Team Malawi and Team Zimbabwe, please do get ready for the national anthem. Team Malawi and Team Zimbabwe, please do get ready for the national anthem. Now, Team Namibia, please do clear the courts. Auntie Eliana, please lead the people for them to exit the courts, please, for us. Media. Thank you. Chaperones, please do lead your teams.
A new chapter is about to begin. Breeze to Windhoek's rhythm. We don't just play for points. We play with purpose, with pride, with heart. In 2025, we welcome you, Region 5, 10 nations strong, not just to compete, but to connect, to grow, to shine. Our streets know struggle. Our people, they know strength. And our youth, they know exactly what it means to rise. So step into our home. Feel the beat of Africa beneath your feet. Let the cheers echo through Independence Stadium. Let your story unfold with every race, every goal, every try. This is for you. This is Namibia. This is your time. Own the moment.
Can we all please stop moving? Can we all stop moving for the moment, please?
Good evening and a warm welcome to the Region 5 Youth Games, where we are moments away from the second semi-final clash, that is Zimbabwe taking on Malawi in what promises to be a thrilling encounter. Both teams have shown incredible form throughout the tournament, and with a sport in the final on the line, the stakes couldn't be higher. Zimbabwe brings flair and discipline, while Malawi is known for their speed, agility and a relentless pressure. Now the stands are buzzing with anticipation, the players are fired up, and we are all set for netball battle you won't want to miss. Let's get ready for some top-class youth netball games. Now myself, Nelly, I will be behind the MCI, as I am joined of course by my co-commentator, who will introduce herself momentarily.
Hello guys, Lady V here.
Thank you so much, Lady V, for definitely sharing this platform with me. And it is, of course, the second semi-finals. It is Zimbabwe, as I introduced earlier, and they will be up against Malawi. Now, these two teams really have earned their spot in the second semi-finals. What is your take on that?
This one is going to be tough because I think every team wants to go to the final, so it's going to be a tough one.
Of course, of course. Now, without wasting any time, Lady V, please help me introduce the Malawi. I will take over the Malawi team. As you can see on the screen, it is the camera right focused on them, and I will start with the goalkeeper, Banda S. She will definitely take the goalkeeper. She will be joined by goal defense Zakaria. The wing defense will be Manoa. The center for the first seven here will be Anderson. Wing attack will be Banda M. The goal attack for Malawi tonight will be Nkoma S, and of course her shooter for this game will be Mona G.A. Now that is the team for Malawi. Of course, the captain is Nkoma S, and their coach here is Chimaliro J. Of course, that is the first seven for Malawi, and of course, Lady V will introduce to us the Zimbabwean opponents rather.
Okay, with the Zimbabwean team, we have GS. Let me start with the GK. We have Koto Nomalanga. GT, we have Chari Deputa Salmon. Wing defense, we have Muzutiwa Nyandizai. Center, we have Chitesa Audrey. Wing attack, we have James Ashley. Goal attack, we have Pawadiwa Ruvimbo. And then GS, of course, we have Mungwara Sharon with the captain Ruvandiwa. Ruvandiwa as a captain, and then the coach Mbanda Simpulile.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That is the lineup for the first seven for Zimbabwe, as announced by Lady V. Now, this match will be officiated by first umpire Aaron Ipinge from Namibia, second umpire Althea Kekera from South Africa, and we have Jardine Garube from Namibia as our reserve umpire. Those will be the ladies and gentlemen in white, making sure that indeed the game goes smoothly and accordingly. Now, it is Malawi up against Zimbabwe. We have seen so much over the past few days with Zimbabwe not having a loss under the belt. Hence, they've made it this far. They've won all their games. And of course, Malawi also having played games and not have lost, and have only lost, my apologies, one game. And that is what we are currently facing right now. And the teams look fired up. They seem to be ready. The atmosphere is quite electric, as you can see from the audience. It's quite packed. Of course, the supporters, the support system is definitely here to make sure that indeed the players are very well supported and they feel the love in the atmosphere that is. Now we're just moments away before we resume with the second semi-finals. So please do stay with us and let us know in the comment section what your predictions are. Who do you think will win this one? Who will go definitely to the finals and who will be playing off the third to fourth place come tomorrow up against the host Namibia.
Yes.
And Namibia did take a loss there up against South Africa, the defending champions, 2 times in a row. So it's just a matter of time before we can determine that. Of course, now at this juncture, we will definitely take a breather, and please do stay in tune as we will bring you the first quarter of this game. Like I said, I will be back momentarily with my co-host, Lady V.
Here in the heart of Namibia, where red dunes meet ocean blues, where sunsets write poetry across the sky, a new chapter is about to begin. From Swakopmund's breeze to Windhoek's rhythm, we don't just play for points, we play with purpose, with pride, with heart. In 2025, we welcome you, Region 5, 10 nations strong, not just to compete, but to connect, to grow, to shine. Our streets know struggle. Our people, they know strength. And our youth, they know exactly what it means to rise. So step into our home. Feel the beat of Africa beneath your feet. Let the cheers echo through Independence Stadium. Let your story unfold with every race, every goal, every try. This is for you. This is Namibia. This is your time. Own the moment.
It is the Region 5 Youth Games 2024. We're excited for you to join us in the land of the brave, Windhoek, Namibia. We're also excited for you to join us on the socials, and we have 3 main hashtags for these games. And I've got my chairman here, as well as my general manager, to share with us the hashtags. Hashtag
Own the Moment.
And hashtag
I am Region 5.
And it is hashtag More Than Games. We're excited. Join us on our socials. Join us, share your videos with us, and walk this journey with us. It is Region 5 Youth Games 2024. See you there.
My name is Ndoripula Hamtumwa. I'm the chairperson of the Region 5 Youth Games. Namibia is known for hosting major multidisciplinary games. As you recall, in 2006, Namibia hosted this edition, and that created a platform for us to be able to host junior multi-disciplinary competition, such as the AU Region 5 Youth Games. We have the systems in place, therefore Namibia is destined to host these major games. This is a platform where we shape characters, where we shape new ideals, where we create friendship, where we begin to speak about economic empowerment, youth empowerment, and this creates excitement. This brings in the nerves to make the competition great, because this is where we break barriers. Destiny is only shaped by those that believes in working with the youth. And for me, I remain indebted to these young men and women who believes that Africa must arise, and it can only be arise by bringing everybody together and bringing the youth at the center of development. My wish is that when all the athletes that are coming here, they must come with an open mind that dreams can become a reality. Sport has the power to create an economic enhancement in the lives of all the athletes. So I wish all the athletes that are coming here all the best, and as I said, all dreams are valid and they can be a reality through sport.
My name is Jacqueline Gertze. I am the General Manager for the local organizing committee for the Region 5 Youth Games, Namibia 2024. The beautiful thing about the Region 5 Youth Games is that is your biggest multi-sport event in the SADC region. From our side as the local organizing committee and from the desk of the General Manager, you know, all systems are running. And as a country, we can with confidence say we are ready to welcome 9 other nations into Namibia as early as from 29th of June. For the first time also, this is the 11th edition, but for the first time, Special Olympics is part of the multiple sports event such as this, which is the Region 5 Youth Games. So inclusivity stands out as a very big highlight. And then also, not only inclusivity in terms of special athletes, athletes of disability, but also women, girls and boys competing in different sports codes with equal opportunity. It's a very big moment for communities and the nations to gel, to come together, get to know each other, and really represent the African Union vision. The main factor here is sports infrastructure development to enable everybody to have access to sports. Namibia always promoted the active participation of young people in arts, music, sport, and so on, but one thing was missing, and that is that we don't have access to sports facilities for everybody that loves the game. These games is basically creating that. We are representing the government of Namibia. When they speak, they refer to boys and girls, able and disabled. There's no moment in these games, and over the times that I have lived in the sport, that I have seen leadership speaking with the same voice in terms of inclusivity. And that is for me the best space to work in, and that inspires me a lot.
Center, Chitesa. Wing defense, Uzbondiwa.
All right, it is now the moment we've been waiting for. It is Zimbabwe up against Malawi for the second semi-finals. Now, a lot is at stake here. Both teams really would love to be in the finals tomorrow up against South Africa.
It's obvious.
And at this point, I do not have any predictions. Both teams are equally competitive. They have really shown so much polished skill sets. And I believe that it's going to be a very tight game. I expect it to be. I hope none of the teams really just give up easily. And yes, I doubt that one of the teams is going to just, let the other team win, which I hope that is not what they came here for. So I'm sitting in anticipation, really excited to see what both teams really have to offer to us. Now, Zimbabwe is the one taking the center. They are in the white kit, and of course the red would be Malawi. There goes the first whistle. Malawi on the defense. Now, Malawi is not a team with a lot of height. However, definitely a lot of speed, a lot of elevation. And of course, Zimbabwe will definitely bring height. And it is quite exciting to see what these two teams really can bring forth. Now, a bit of a long center there from the Zimbabweans. First quarter. Look at that elevation from the center. Zimbabwe takes their first shot by the GS.
And they sink it in.
And they shoot it in. First goal for the game. Look at Malawi's speed. Just look at the pace. But a beautiful tap there from the wing defense of Zimbabwe. Of course, because of their height, they will definitely have their long arms. Sorry, wing attack of Zimbabwe. They will have their arms picking and poking, making sure that they try to get, a hold of the ball every chance they get. GS Malawi rolling around her GK. Lovely feet there from her GA.
Beautiful.
It is anybody's game. I feel like it's going to be a tight game.
It's going to be a tight one.
It is one apiece. And, lovely play there to the GS.
And she
GA rather.
It in.
Wow, beautiful play from the GA of Zimbabwe. Malawi will take the center now. Unfortunately,
by the wing defense.
It is Zimbabwe now on the rebound. Zimbabwe really being patient on the ball. You see a red dress right next to a white dress every time. No shooter in the circle yet. Center Malawi obstructing. A bounce feed there to the GA.
Beautiful.
The captain, of course, singing it in there. Stealing Malawi's center. Zimbabwe now takes the center.
The GA of Zimbabwe gives me the vibe of the GA of Zimbabwe senior team. Uslan Drovo.
Oh, wow. Definitely looking up to her senior, definitely. Unfortunately there for Zimbabwe, Coach Killer footwork in the center third. And now Malawi will like to take this opportunity to turn it in the favor. Will the GS take the shot? Oh, wow, what a beautiful shot.
Beautiful.
And it is now their center. Lovely take there by the wing attack. Deep in the pocket. Look at that split Unfortunately for the wing attack of Malawi, it is unfortunately footwork. Now it is a turnover for Zim. It is definitely Zimbabwe's ball. No, not at all. It is Malawi's, and the wing attack will take it. Lovely bounce there from the wing attack to her GA, who feeds her GS beautifully right under the pole.
And the score is 3-2 favor of Zimbabwe and Malawi.
It should be 3-3.
3-3.
Yes, it should be 3
it should
apiece.
be 3-3. Okay.
Right, with just 11 minutes to go in the first quarter, both teams really are taking it at a very slow pace.
They are.
They're really being patient with the ball, moving it forward, safely doing so because, again, a final is at stake here. And so with just... And, of course, Zimbabwe now is definitely making sure with every shot they take. Malawi, unfortunately, Coach Killer there in the center third, allowing Zimbabwe now to take over and rebound on that one. Lovely play there. Look at Malawi making sure that indeed they also have a hand in almost every ball there. Not making it easy for the Zimbabweans to move the ball forward.
Not at all. I think this is a game where no one wants to mess up.
Another turnover there. Coach Killers. Now the Zimbabweans are definitely in the crowd, making sure that they support and give love to the netball players here as they are filling up, and they are quite loud, cheering on for their team. And of course, the Zimbabwean players definitely feeding off of the energy in the atmosphere. Wow, what a tap there from the goal defense.
The GS of Malawi, she's giving me the vibe of the GS of South Africa, the way they stand and own their plays.
And of course their body structure also do allow that. Unfortunately for the captain GA, she misses that one for Malawi. And now fortunately for Zimbabwe, they get an opportunity to finally get this done. Will they award that beautiful rebound from the defense? It is just a matter of time. Again, both teams are really patient on the ball. Taking it careful and very slow.
The defense is so tight.
It's quite tight
it's
indeed.
Tight. All you see is red, white.
As it should be. Look at the beautiful tap from the goalkeeper.
That's a nice, beautiful tap.
She wins the ball over.
So far, this is the longest center pass.
That's right. It's been a long center now. Not so physical from the previous games that we've watched them play, but of course really professionally, taking it slowly. Lovely grab there and ownership. GS misses it unfortunately, and again,
wow,
another turnover for Zimbabwe here.
Wow.
Both teams really are carefully trying to get it right, but who eventually will definitely sing this one in.
Let's see. A bad pass there by the ball is right.
Another turnover. Another turnover.
Another turnover.
Malawi on the attack. Zim finding themselves on defense. A nice long ball there to the center in the pocket. GS begging for that ball. Will the GA make it? She feeds it to her GS. GS pushes it, and finally we have a score.
Finally, that was a long center.
Of course, the South Africans are finding themselves taking a break after a very long game that they had earlier on. Of course, securing themselves a final tomorrow up against the winner of this game. So that is one match to watch. So please make sure that you have an appointment with us tomorrow as we bring you the final. Ooh, what a smart play from the captain GA to the GS. And of course, she doesn't disappoint.
Not at all.
It's very interesting that we find both teams' captains are goal attacks.
It's true.
Leadership in that position,
It's
I
so
see.
true.
And it is Malawi now. Unfortunately, it is a contact. She have to be out of play, the GA. Now Zimbabwe on the loose, on the attack. No shooter. Contact there by the wing. Sorry, the center. Wow, lovely play. Beautiful, smart play there by the GA, and who sings it in. Malawi 4, Zimbabwe 6 is the current score. Zimbabwe stealing that center there from Malawi. It is now their center. The GA sneaking her way in, but her goal defense trailing right behind her. And there she sinks that one in as well. Now so far, Zimbabwe's shooters showing accuracy in shooting. Now Zimbabwe brings the score to 7-4. Malawi center. Lovely play there by the goal attack, the captain. Footwork, Coach Killer. Another turnover for Zimbabwe. Will they capitalize on this one? Nice long ball there to the center.
If Malawi let Zimbabwe go, they won't catch up.
It was a
Offside.
breaking, an offside there. Thank you. It was an offside there by the center, Malawi.
Wow.
Zimbabwe showing accuracy.
They are.
Definitely, the shooters are very accurate. Another ball stolen there from Malawi. Now it is Zim on the center. Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Another accurate shot there.
Beautiful.
Zimbabwe really trying to lead now and trying to broaden that goal difference. Holding shooter. Beautiful ball positioning. And a
Beautiful GS.
Now, a long ball deep in the pocket there to the GS, who's forced to come out. Look at the defense of Malawi, not allowing that ball to come through to the shooters of Zimbabwe. Obstruction, wing attack, Zim.
Wow.
And a beautiful take there, of course, by the goal defense of Zimbabwe. Winning that one for her team. It is now Zimbabwe. Ooh. Obstruction there. Advantage, I guess. Unfortunately for Zimbabwe, they could not really get the ball down to the circle. It is now Malawi on the attack as it is their throw-in. Again, patience with the ball. GS beautifully positioned. Lovely take. The GS misses that one. And the shortest shooter gets the rebound and she sinks it in. What a lovely play there by the captain of Malawi.
Malawi is catching up. Score is now 9-6 in favor of Zimbabwe. And Malawi center pass.
Could it be that they will bring it to 7-9? Yes,
Beautiful.
they do.
They do.
Lovely shot there from the GS Malawi. GS just telling her team that one turnover and we can equalize. Zimbabwe take their center now. It's a contact there by the wing.
The center.
The center.
Footwork.
When I tell you these are coach killers, the coaches are not really pleased with such mistakes. They can really be avoided. However, this court has been a bit slippery, unfortunately. Yes, what a waste there from the Malawi players.
Wow.
She misses that one.
And she went for her rebound.
She went for her rebound.
Wow.
And of course, she sinks that one in.
This is really a captain. She's doing her job.
That's right. That is the GA of Zimbabwe. doing quite an incredible job there, Ruvimbo. And finding herself alone right under the goalpost, unattended. Luvimbo unfortunately misses that one. Looking at the umpire, but umpire says the ball is right. Winning back that ball again. I mean, there is a reason why she definitely is the leader of this team. She really hustles and she really tries to get every ball that she potentially can. It is 11-7 and Zimbabwe currently in the lead with just 1 minute to go in this quarter. Zimbabwe on the attack, no shooter in the circle. GA finds herself in, had to play back. Still not comfortable. Asks for assistance from the wing attack.
Beautiful.
Lovely play there.
Beautiful.
Bringing the score to 12-7. Malawi takes their center. And of course, that is what is expected to happen when you get fed a ball behind your opponent and it is not a loopy. It is quite a short ball there. So that is what is expected, and a beautiful tap there by the defense of Zimbabwe. It is the GS's contact, and it is the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. And Zimbabwe currently in the lead, with Malawi trailing right just behind them with a few 4-goal difference. 12-7 is the current score on the board. Please do remain with us as we bring you the highlights of the first quarter. It is anybody's game. Both teams have started off with such a bit of a slow pace, and I'm anticipating to see a bit of speed in the second quarter, and of course accuracy shooting when it comes to the Malawi side. But please stay tuned as we bring you the highlights and of course gear up for the second quarter of this game. Of course, we are back for the second quarter of this intense semi-final between Zimbabwe and Malawi. The first quarter gave us a taste of just how evenly matched these two teams are. Both showing great skills, speed, not too much of a high pace, but both teams being very patient with the ball in the first quarter, and of course determination. Now with the nerves settled and the game's rhythm has set, expect even more precision, a tighter defense. I really am expecting those tight defense there, especially from the Malawi side of things. I really would like for them to pick up this defense. Lovely body positioning there. Lovely attempt there by the wing defense of Zimbabwe. Unfortunately, she is offside. Penalty right in the circle. Bit of a tap there from behind. Yes, GS seem to be fine. Beautiful feet there. And of course, that is the accuracy I'm expecting from her. Lovely shot there from, of course, a Zimbabwean goal shooter, Sharon.
Was breaking from the GD of Malawi. Ooh, what a beautiful tap there by, wow.
And a split.
Wow.
The captain, the GA Malawi. Another one why she is captain.
10 over.
The hustle. Beautiful feet from the center there, and she's praying, please reward me for this beautiful effort. And of course, Sharon does not at all disappoint and rewards her for that lovely attempt. Lovely start there from the Malawian. Unfortunately, she slipped and costing, yes, of course, a footwork there. And Zimbabwe now is on the turnover. One would have thought that was a clean intercept, but it is unfortunately a contact. Of course, there is just no space there for the shooter to take the shot, and of course, beautifully she sinks that one in. Now with Zimbabwe having to capitalize on Malawi's center, it is their center now, and they're looking to really go and run away with all of those goal differences. But with just a few minutes, let's see if whether or not they will end this quarter with that satisfaction. Beautiful shot there by the GA of Zimbabwe, Ruvimbo. Lovely shot there. Beautiful drive from the GA. Lovely feet there to the GS, who pushes it in. This is the accuracy that I was really expecting from her in the first quarter, but I think she was just trying to warm up there. Lovely pick up there. It is a contact. Wing defense is out of play. Wing attack, my apologies. Ooh.
Dangerous.
An infringement right at the transverse line. One defender, two shooters.
Wow. Beautiful. That was a beautiful one. I thought it was going to go out.
But of course, the GS really had a beautiful eye there and beautifully set it, fed the GA with that, who did not disappoint at all. A bit of an intense defense there from the Zimbabweans, and really forced that
obstruction by the center of Malawi. Wow, beautiful intercept there by the GK of Malawi.
Now I'm just hoping that indeed they really reward her for that beautiful intercept. I mean, these players are quite tall. The shooter is fine, but however, they feel like not yet. It is a contact there from the goalkeeper.
And they did.
Yes.
Wow.
For some reason, they're just not feeding the shooter as the first option. They would rather play a few more balls or even play backwards.
I think with Zimbabwe, you cannot just start feeding. You have to play it and
carefully.
Make sure, the shooter is open for you to feed her.
All right. Another unattended shooter there. And there is the danger of causing an infringement in the circle, especially when
Yes.
you're a defender.
Yes.
And I think you should leave that to the center and the wing defense. But sometimes you really would like to go for that ball with the hopes that you successfully intercept a ball.
It's so true.
Now with a 6-goal difference, Zimbabwe in the lead. Malawi currently finding themselves in their circle. Will she take the shot or will she feed it to her shooter? She decided to take the shot, misses that one,
Wow.
but her beautiful GS gets a hold of it and, of course, bringing the score to 12-17. Beautiful play there from the captain herself. Missing that one. Love the rebound from the GK. I love the fact that she blocked out the GS and just went for the
Yes.
rebound with no hustle at all.
One thing about these two teams, they are so short, but they can jump. Their elevation, wow.
Zimbabwe winning that ball back right in the center third. And now they're trying to maneuver through the defense of Malawi.
The communication
Look
was
at
not
the
good.
center of Malawi. Wow, what an elevation.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful intercept by the GK of Zimbabwe.
Seemingly both shooters are just behind their defense. Now Malawi on the defense. I mean, Anderson is really making sure that she tries to be a very solid brick wall.
She is.
What an intercept there from Anderson. I mean, seriously. Wow. It is a throw in now for Malawi.
I see Malawi brought in a new wing defense, Mbanda P. So, yeah, they removed the first one.
Look at the speed of the GA. What an elevation from
Wow.
the goalkeeper of Zimbabwe, Carlo. She did such a good job. Her timing was on point, and of course, she just tapped that ball off court. An obstruction there from the goalkeeper. Indeed, they need to give space for the shooters to release the ball. And of course, Nkoma, the GA Malawi, sings it in. And there you have it. The timing, the elevation, just beautiful to watch. 14-17 is the current score on the board. Will Malawi bring it to a 2-goal difference? She just jumped far from the pole. A penalty awarded. She takes a step, and it's an advantage. Score.
2 goals difference between the two teams, and it's Zimbabwe on the lead.
And the contesting is quite crazy there. Lovely defense there from the goalkeeper of Malawi.
I love the fact that the two.
It is a contact from the wing attack.
I love the fact that the two umpires are allowing contesting.
No, that is very important. Otherwise, you're just restricting the game. Yes, that is really lovely to watch. Look at that jump. And that was a knee-high ball. And look at the intercept from the wing defense of Zimbabwe.
I love the switching of the wing attack in the center of Malawi.
They really are athletic. I mean, they really are very flexible with that, and they have good chemistry together as well. Contact there from the goal defense. Goalkeeper. She missed that one.
Contact goal shooter of Malawi. Ooh, center. The timing was a bit late.
It was completely off, definitely off there this time around. Beautiful feet there to her GA. And of
Beautiful.
course, She does not disappoint at all. She does not I have not seen her miss a ball.
No,
They're quite accurate.
Not at all.
With just under 5 minutes, Zimbabwe currently in the lead with a 3-goal difference. Being forced to play backwards as the defense is quite tight from Zimbabwe.
Did you see that switch between the center and the wing attack of Malawi?
Contact from behind. The switch is quite good. I mean, that is how you drive the game. That is how you really make it easy for you to feed the ball and also confuse your opponents as well.
It's true.
Unless they can keep up real quick and fast. Zimbabwe now. Woo! Again, when you go and reach for that ball, I think what's on your mind is just to get the ball. And of course, a physical, it's a contact sport.
Yes, it is.
So such is expected, not intentional. But of course, now Zimbabwe definitely trying to get back way ahead.
Advancing the ball.
Advancing the ball right under the pole. Consistent infringements really would allow the match officials to do so. Look at the switch between the two, like you mentioned.
Those two, they know
They
how
really
to
drive,
switch.
yeah. They make their shooters work a bit easy for them. She misses
missed it.
again.
Oh, and she rebounded.
Could it be that she's under a lot of pressure?
She is. Those two defenders will not let you rest.
They won't allow you to have it easy, eh?
Not at
5
all.
goal difference, 15-20.
Beautiful. Oh,
One would have thought it was
outside.
umpire of positioning the players correctly. GD's timing off. GS takes it, bringing the score to 21-15. GS takes the shot, and of course,
Sink it in.
and of course she does so. It is the second quarter with just over 2 minutes to go.
That one looked easy.
I actually thought it was footwork,
Yeah.
but she quite held her feet very solid to the ground. Lovely play there from the center. The GA. That is what we call contesting. That was between the goal defense and the GA, and a beautiful shot there from the GS. (22-16) is the current, 22-17, my apologies. The current goal on the scoreboard.
Wow, beautiful intercept, a rebound by the GK.
GS is out of play. Oh, it was an offside. I love the fact that they use the whole entire court to play their game.
They do.
And they switch so beautifully because they play so many balls. It is a contact there. Goalkeeper Zimbabwe. Both defense are out of play, and she sings it in. So much pressure that falls on the shooters because every time you get the ball under the pole, of course it's expected to go in, but I mean the pressure really is there.
Wow.
GA encouraging her GS, just shoot.
Did you
And
notice
she took
that-
the shot and she made it count.
Did you notice that a lot of times it's just the defender's fault, even if it's a shooter?
Yeah, no, but I've witnessed a few times where the shooters really do cause infringements, which is very good because that's definitely the defender's ball.
The defender was in front
They definitely will take that shot. 2022 is the current score. And Malawi actually brought that score difference from a 5-goal difference to a 2-goal difference. What an interesting end to the second quarter of the game. That is indeed the end of the first half of this game. Zim facing Malawi for the semi-finals to determine who will face South Africa for the finals tomorrow and Namibia for third and fourth place. Stay tuned as we gear up for the second half of this game and as we bring you the highlights for the second quarter. Right now, welcome back to the quarter as we head in. Oh, sorry, a bit of a beautiful entertainment there during the halftime. Out of breath, just a little bit. But please welcome back to the quarter as we head into the all-important third quarter, often called the championship quarter. In this fierce semi-finals between Zimbabwe and Malawi, with both teams showing grit and determination in the first half, this is where championship began to pull ahead. Coaches have made their halftime adjustments, players are refocused, and the intensity is about to rise. Every pass, every intercept, and every goal matters now as both sides push to secure the place in the final. Now it is 21-23. That is Zimbabwe in the lead with a 2-goal difference. And Lady V, how are you feeling about this championship quarter?
Aye, this one. Let's see who's gonna show us what they have.
Of course. 22-23 is the current score. At this point, it is anybody's game. We have seen what the last 4 minutes of the game could bring about.
There was a beautiful intercept by the center of Malawi, but unfortunately, she threw it away in the hands of the wing attack of Zimbabwe.
Unfortunately, no one was there to save her loose ball there from her team. Of course, Zimbabwe got a hold of that ball, but Anderson has really been working overtime throughout this game. She really has been making sure that she picks and pokes and tries to get her hands on every ball that comes her way or in her direction. She's been showing great athleticism there. Now, as you can see on your far right hand there, that is the Team Malawi cheering on their team throughout and entertaining the crowd as well at the same time. So Malawi is definitely drawing that energy from the crowd. And of course, on the screen right now, Team Zimbabwe coming through with their support as well. 22-24 is the current score on the board. And Malawi center, another split there from Anderson. Beautiful switch there from the GA, who beautifully is patiently taking her time and feeding the GS, and of course the GS making sure that she awards that beautiful effort there. That's Amone. It is a turnover for Malawi?
For Malawi, yeah.
Lovely play there. I love the chemistry between the center and the wing attack of Malawi. They really are doing what needs to be done.
That was short pass. It was given in the hand.
The lovely attempt there from the wing attack Malawi. Zimbabwe now takes over. That was an opportunity for Malawi to actually equalize.
Yes. Let's see if the defender will bring that back.
It is a throw in for Zimbabwe. Contact from the wing defense, Malawi. I love the fact that beautiful balance.
That was
beautiful balance. I was going to say I like the fact that the GA of Zimbabwe's first turn is to her GS.
Yes.
She hardly plays the ball backwards because she always looks for the availability of her GS first. But could this be the equalizer?
Let's see.
Patiently taking their time. GS beautifully positioned.
That positioning was good.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 24 apiece. Lovely play there from the Malawian team. It is their center. Another slide there, but she held her landing foot quite solid on the ground. She pinned it really beautifully to the ground. Another feed there to the GS, who brings the score to 25-24. Now it is back to anybody's game because this was center pass now, and with just over 10 minutes to go, a lot can happen in this time. Look at the speed of the Zimbabweans. The GT finding herself flat on the ground, legs in the air, and of course Zimbabwe's GS does not hesitate, nor does she disappoint. She definitely sinks this one in.
Nelly, do you think maybe we'll witness another South Africa-Malawi game?
That would mean we'd witness another Namibia-Zimbabwe game.
Wow.
But it's only a matter of time before we can determine that. Unfortunately for the GS Malawi there, she took a stumble and could not save that ball. So now it is a turnover for Zimbabwe.
Let's see if...
What a waste of an overcooked ball there to her GS.
The reason I don't like the GS to come out of the circle.
Yeah, sometimes you are forced to, depending on the tight, intense game.
But at that time, she was not supposed to come out.
So Malawi now takes their center back. Will the GA take it and sing it in?
Wow.
What a shot!
Beautiful.
Lovely, lovely, beautiful shot there by the captain there of Malawi.
It gives Banda of Zambia's.
What a beautiful hand there from the goal defense of Malawi.
Wow.
Malawi is really, really hocking onto the Zimbabweans' attack. Look at Anderson going for every and any ball.
She is. So far, she's my key player for Malawi.
And there you have it.
For Malawi. Because she's
after
fighting.
After 2 quarters, you have definitely found your key player.
Yes.
GS takes it, positions herself, and of course did not let that hand intimidate her, and she accurately sinks that one in. 26 apiece is the current score on the board, and with just over 8 minutes to go, it is anybody's game at this point. It was breaking there from the wing attack of Zimbabwe. GA beautifully came out, but unfortunately did not score.
That's a beautiful.
What a clean intercept there from the center of Zimbabwe. Winning that ball over. Could Zimbabwe be in the lead again?
Let's wait and see.
It is unfortunately another coach killer for the Zimbabweans there. Malawi has now another chance to take their center and just convert it. Of course, like I said, the Malawian support is quite loud in the audience. Perhaps the players really are drawing energy from the lovely support there in the crowd. And of course, Malawi take their center finally. Sings it in. 27 apiece. And 7 minutes to go. Zimbabwe's GA finding herself unattended in her own island. Unfortunately, Lady B, she could not make that shot. And the defense of Malawi got that rebound.
Malawi's
beautiful.
Defenders are hungry for those balls.
As they should be. As they rightfully should be. So now Malawi is on the attack. Beautiful split there from the GA. Because both defense are now hawking the GS and the GA.
And it's Malawi center pass.
28-27. Malawi now takes the center. It is a contact from the wing attack. Having a bit of a word there, the match official with the player. A contact there from the wing defense. The center rather. Offside called by the wing defense.
Well, the defenders of...
And it is an advantage score there. It is Malawi now in the lead. 29-27 is the current score on the board. And Malawi is in the lead. Beautiful balance there on the feet. Again, unattended the GA under the pole. It's the GK's reaction from the obstruction. Very innocent there. Yes, Malawi 29 and Zimbabwe 28. Malawi now on the attack. GS beautifully positioned there, right under the pole. almost lost her balance there, but she handled it very well, and she brings the score to 30-28.
And the defenders of Zimbabwe, they're all going for the GS, and the GA will be open.
And I think that's something that they need to pick up. Hopefully the coaches pick that up there. It is a contact there from the wing defense. Malawi. Beautiful escape there from the GS. Lovely. Both defense were out of play, sandwiching the GA. And Zimbabwe now brings it to 29.
Second over for Zimbabwe. Will they use it?
Of course, Zimbabwe now can actually equalize on this one. It is definitely the wing defense ball.
Yes.
And Malawi takes their center back.
The GS did not check where she was throwing. She just threw.
Such decisions under pressure. Wing defense, Zimbabwe had a bit of a push there to the wing attack. What a play! And of course, Malawi bringing the score to 31-29 now. And it is just over 3 minutes before the third quarter ends. It is now a footwork in the circle. What a coach killer. This is where it is quite important to avoid such mistakes. Look at the switch. The center. Both of them going for the ball. It is a throw in there for Malawi. Now, this is the type of action I actually did expect to happen between these two.
Yes.
Look at the goal defense going right over and above.
They're contesting.
My apologies. The throw in is for Zimbabwe.
Yeah. But the umpire first indicated.
That's right. But now Zimbabwe gets a turnover here. Should they score this one, the next center will be theirs. Another split.
Wow.
Lovely balance there.
Beautiful.
What a play. A bit of a stretch to the GA, but she did not let that bring her down as she secured that shot. 30-31. It was actually Zimbabwe's center that Malawi almost stole.
Shooter is pushing. I saw that.
That is what I say. Old school netball would not have allowed the shooter to cause an infringement, but of course, when you are wrong, you definitely are called for it.
Beautiful.
What a
pass.
play from the GA there.
Wow.
The captain of Zimbabwe. Beautiful, beautiful play. And of course, the spectators and the supporters of Zimbabwe definitely are having a moment there, cheering them on. 31 apiece. Zimbabwe takes their center.
Wow. Wow.
I love that the GA controls the ball in the air beautifully well.
She does.
It is an offside. Zimbabwe still on the attack and Malawi defending. That's a contact from the wing defense. Just asked to give the thrower a bit of space there.
Obstruction from the GK of Malawi.
And there you have it. Zimbabwe 32, Malawi 31.
The game is getting interesting.
The competition is quite tight. This is what is expected. This is what a semi-final should look like. Both teams equally competitive. Wow. Beautiful shot there. 32 apiece. And with just 20 seconds to go, will Zimbabwe be in the lead? Let's see and find out. Ooh, GS coming in there. Lovely, lovely play to the GS. and she brings the score to 33. Malawi will take their center. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That brings us to the end of the championship quarter. I believe both teams were champions in this quarter, but of course with the exception of Malawi, bringing the score difference to just 1. Very incredible play there from the Malawi team. But of course Zimbabwe not making it easy for the Malawians as well. It is quite an intense game. Very, very competitive, equally so. Please do stay tuned as you enjoy the highlights and come back for the 4th and final quarter of the semi-finals.
Spectators and please do not down on the benches.
And here we go, the final quarter of the thrilling semi-final clash between Zimbabwe and Malawi at the Region 5 Youth Games. It all comes down to these last 15 minutes. The intensity has been building all game long, and now it's time for one of these teams to rise to the occasion and book their spot in the final up against South Africa tomorrow. Now both teams have fought hard, shown resilience and left everything on the court, but only one can advance. Expect fireworks, passion and a dramatic finish. This is youth netball at its finest. Let the final quarter begin. And there you have it. Zimbabwe took their center. GS takes her time and sings it in. Was that the original shooter of Zimbabwe? It looks like they brought in a new shooter.
It looks like they brought in a new shooter. Let's see.
Malawi takes their center now. Zimbabwe fighting themselves in the... It seems like Zimbabwe also brought in a new center. And of course, she sings that one in. That is Mone on the GS. What a beautiful tap. It is a throw in there for Zimbabwe. What a save there from
by the GS.
Yes, Mone. What a split. I love the GA split there.
Wow.
What a shot as well from her. A small dynamite. I seriously would think that she could kill any big giant there. She is such a joy to watch on court.
Malawi mean business here.
Beautiful, beautiful feet there. A bit of a discomfort for the GS, but she beautifully gets her rebound back. Will she shoot this one? Yes, she does so. It is 35 Malawi, 34 Zimbabwe. And you can see the pressure. You can see the intensity, the competitiveness between these two teams. I mean, it is such immaculate that you do not even want to blink because you might just miss a lot. What a land from the GS, a GA of Zimbabwe. Wow! And a beautiful
What a
steal,
pick-up.
a beautiful, beautiful pick up there by the Malawins. Will they award the effort of the wing defense? It is just a moment, a matter of seconds before we can find that out. Lovely, lovely play there from Malawi. Now, as mentioned earlier, should Malawi win this game, they will have to face South Africa again. Meaning, third and fourth position, Namibia will have to face Zimbabwe again. Quite interesting. And of course, Malawi did not disappoint. They definitely rewarded their wing defense with that beautiful, beautiful intercept there. Singing in that one, bringing the score to 36-34. And Malawi takes their center. Lovely feed there to the GS. Still not comfortable. 6 assistants from her center, who then tries to feed her GA. However, it is a contact there from the goal defense. Lovely, lovely feed there to the GS.
Wow.
And does she disappoint? Absolutely not. She sinks that one in. 37-34 is the current score. That is in favor of Malawi.
Malawi is now up. Spectators are now up.
The Malawians, yes, these Malawian supporters are up. A bit of an uncomfortable balance there by the captain of Zimbabwe, but that did not stop her from making sure that she sinks that one in. It is 37-35. Malawi is on the attack. Anybody's game at this point. It's 11 minutes standing between the winners. Contact goalkeeper. Right next to the goalkeeper. GA really encouraging her GS to take the shot. You got this, and she definitely did get it, and she scored that one in. What a beautiful take there from the wing attack.
Wow.
Of Malawi. This game, I had no, I mean, it's not disappointing. I had no doubt that it would actually end up like this. Malawi really, really making sure that they intercept. I mean, the defense really, when Malawi is on defense, even the GS is on defense, as we saw her intercepting a ball there in the third quarter.
All of them, they defend, they attack. There's no side of you are just a defender.
Yeah, that's right.
As short as they are. Wow.
This obstruction there. A penalty is given. And there is center.
I think Malawi is gone. Will Zimbabwe catch up?
We have seen it happen. We have seen it happen. We have seen what the last 40 seconds in a game can do. But, I mean, if they keep up the good work, they could win this one. And there you have the small dynamite.
Wow.
She fits her GS beautifully in the palm of her hands.
It's in.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 5-goal difference.
Will Zimbabwe come back?
Will they make a U-turn and really recover? Let us know in the comment sections, Zimbabwean supporters, what do you think could happen? And of course, we do have Malawi center there, Anderson, doing the most. Again, Malawi takes over.
Wow.
They are currently on the loose, ladies and gentlemen, attacking. Being a little bit patient on the ball. It is a contact there. The umpire decides to advance the ball all the way to the top of the circle. And we resume the game. Leaving the GS unattended one more time. Beautiful feet there. Does she disappoint? She does not. The center belongs to Malawi at this moment in time, ladies and gentlemen. It is Malawi currently in a comfortable 6-goal lead. It is now their center.
Malawi means business.
Malawi means business. Lady V, I did not anticipate for this game to end like this. I thought it was going to be like a 1-goal difference, but again, just over, or rather under 8 minutes. What a save there. I mean, really.
Oh, she missed it. And she rebounded ball. Wow.
She doesn't miss the second time.
Wow.
The small dynamite does not miss the second time around.
Not at all.
Zimbabwe still in the game. Definitely not wanting to give Malawi a comfort zone and a comfortable win there. Takes the shot, the GS that is, and of course she makes it count there for Zimbabwe. Both team supporters right next to each other in green, definitely cheering on the...
Oh, she missed it and she rebounded.
She doesn't miss the second time as well.
The good thing about Malawi, as much as they miss, they go for their rebound.
That is right. And that is all it takes.
And it seems to me that Zimbabwe is giving up.
Zimbabwe will not give up. I believe Zimbabwe will fight to the end until the last whistle blows. They definitely will do what they need to do. It is, however, a bit of a goal difference there. And of course, with 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go, there a lot could happen. A lot could definitely happen. So we don't count our chicks before they hatch, they say.
Not at all.
But it is a beautiful game. There is a beautiful war here on court. It is at the Windhoek Showgrounds. Beautiful, beautiful countries here representing quite well, as both teams really are representing their countries and their flags proudly today, tonight here at the Windhoek Showgrounds. Malawi up against Zimbabwe.
Wow.
Unfortunately, they couldn't find her landing foot, and it is a footwork caused by the captain, the GA of Malawi. Now Zimbabwe does get an opportunity to turn this over and convert it, and it is just a matter of time before Zimbabwe does that. Or will Malawi again have their hands in the
defense?
It is a throw in for Malawi.
Wing defense, wing attack center. Those short ones.
It's a beautiful chemistry between them. The mid-court to the shooters. In fact, the whole entire team is just beautifully playing it. Again, another advancement there to the shooters of Malawi. And of course, Malawi is on their feet. They are not sitting tonight.
Wow. And the way they are switching, those three.
Very, very skillful there indeed. Beautiful feet there. It was meant for the GS. Unfortunately, it is a contact to up against the
GK.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, GD of
the GD.
Malawi.
And there you have it. Of course, Zimbabwe is not going to let Malawi have an easy one. That will not be the case. And that is what we would like to see.
6-goal difference. And it's 4 minutes. That's a lot.
Umpire holding time there, having a word with the defense, the goalkeeper. Right underneath the pole. And of course, Mone does not at all disappoint. 45-38, Zimbabwe center pass. Contact there by the hold time. A warning is
Warning
issued
by
to the wing defense.
Wing defense of Malawi receive a warning.
In the center third. That's right. And we resume. I love the drive of the goal attack of Zimbabwe.
Beautiful,
She is not giving up at all. I mean, she's really leading this team beautifully well. Wing defense will always jump. Wing defense center will always jump for a ball.
They do.
Knee height, sky high. They always do elevate for that ball. What a push. Unfortunately, the wing attack there took a bit of a tumble, but she picks herself up beautifully well. And she just hands that ball very well in the hands of the goal shooter.
The way Mone position herself.
I think
That's
Malawi might make it to the final.
Yes, they will. They will at the moment.
What a shot.
Beautiful
What a shot.
GA.
Again, the GA of Zimbabwe, really a player to reckon with.
She's a captain, a
Again,
calm one.
look at the jump. Have you noticed that the wing defense of Malawi gets most center passes?
Yes,
She
does.
really does. And she gets it
does.
almost at the same place.
Maybe it's what they were taught by their coach, Coach Shane.
Potentially so.
Knowing that she was also one of the best shooter Malawi ever had in the national team.
That's really good because they really do have, experience, guidance to really guide them throughout the
Again,
elevation.
wing defense.
The wing defense of Malawi.
Wow. It was offside.
And
Wow.
now with a 6-goal difference, we have just over 2 minutes before we come to the end of this game. Malawi is currently in the lead and Zimbabwe is not making it easy for Malawi to take the win this time around. It is Malawi now on the attack. Zimbabwe finding themselves on the defense.
One thing about Malawi, they fight. They make sure.
They definitely came to war very
did.
well geared up and prepared. But equally so when it comes to, of course, Zimbabwe. Like I said, what an elevation from the goal defense.
The shooter was just in front of her and then she has to force the ball to the
Sometimes
GA.
under pressure, decision making becomes a bit questionable. Again, as much as it is a physical game, it is as well equally a mental game.
Yes.
So sometimes mentally exhaustion
Beautiful
also
shot.
catches up with you.
Yes.
Lovely shot there from the captain, wing, the GA of Zimbabwe. I will repeat this. Ruvimbo has really shown beautiful athleticism over this past few days with the youth games.
Saved by the pole.
Saved by the pole. 42.
42.
Zimbabwe takes it, and of course the shooter sings it in. Have you noticed that there's not a lot of changes taking place in this game? I mean, there's hardly any technical change. Look at that elevation.
I think that's when you play your best. Play your best throughout.
And also sometimes the changes bring about a disruption in the flow of balls.
Yes.
And of course you would want to avoid that.
Then over for Malawi. It's over for Zimbabwe. Footwork.
Coach Killers. And with just seconds to go, South Africa will be facing
Malawi again.
And Zimbabwe will be facing
Namibia again.
What a crazy semi-final.
Wow. Another intercept.
Goosebumps.
Wow. Oh,
and the crowd goes wild.
Wow.
She does not miss the second time at all.
Wow.
The crowd goes crazy and wild. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The cartwheels, the celebration, the victory goes to none other than Malawi. Congratulations, Malawi, for making it to the finals. What a fight, what a play. Definitely securing themselves in the finals tomorrow up against the defending champion South Africa. And of course, well done to Zimbabwe as well. They will be facing the host nation Namibia for the third and fourth play of Again, congratulations, Malawi. What a game it has been. I certainly had enjoyed myself this evening.
I did.
Quite loud in the arena. I had so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me, Lady Maydivi. And of course, we will be back again tomorrow. Please do not miss that out. Enjoy the celebratory as the Malawian take up the moment. For myself, Nelly.
Lady V.
Adios for now.
Ciao.
Spectators, please do leave the courts. Spectators, please do leave the courts. Team Malawi, please do leave the courts. Team Malawi, please do leave the courts. Securities, can you please help us remove the spectators?
Namibia, Namibia. From the sand dunes to the ocean tide, we rise together, hearts open wide. One love, one voice, one team. Running to the future, chasing dreams. From the sand dunes to the ocean tide, we rise together, Region 5. One love, one voice, one team. Running to the future, chasing dreams. I'm all up on on the moment. On the moment. South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe. On the moment. Namibia, Namibia. Angola, Botswana, Lesotho. On the moment. Lutamos, peleamos. Força, coragem, vamos lá. Oh, we are the spirit of Region 5, powered by the fire that keeps us alive.